Okay, so in Minneapolis, there was a shooting, an officer involved shooting. There was a shooting with an officer involved, whatever the fuck that means. The police killed someone for presumably and what it seems like no reason. And so I've got an article here from Kiro7.com. This is local news. And so I'm going to read this. Now, I don't know a lot of the information here yet. There's a lot of stuff coming out about this. This happened last night. And so I just want to let you know, anything I say here, there may be updates in the coming hours. There may be changes. There may be additional information. But this is just one article I've got right now, and this is a primer. So, from Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis, a police officer shot and killed a black man during a traffic stop Sunday in a Minneapolis suburb, sparking a short-lived clash between police and social justice activists several hours later. The idea, there's a short-lived clash. Like, I hate this sentence. Between police and social justice activists. Like, imagine. Okay, so this article is by Kelly Dugan, Natalie Dreyer, and the Cox Media Group. National content. Interesting. Right. Imagine typing that sentence out. I'm serious about this. Like, imagine you see, all right, what is the story about? Oh, the cops murdered another black person for no reason. All right, how do I spin this one? Well, there was a short-lived clash between police and, oh, I know, social justice activists. So anyone that disagree, now again, and that's also just running off the back of like social justice being like a boogie word. It's like, ooh, social justice, that's scary, right? The idea that if the cops shoot and kill someone, anyone reacting to that is a social justice activist. I'm sorry, man, but that's called being a fucking moron. That's bogus, right? Not every single person that shows up to protest police brutality is a social justice activist, right? But it's just like a way to scare people. People think SJW bad, right? And so somehow, right? Like, that's in an article. It's in the first fucking goddamn paragraph. It's in the first sentence. In the first fucking sentence, man. It's crazy. These people are fucking idiots. But anyway, let's move on. According to a news release issued by the Brooklyn Center Police Department, officers executing a traffic stop. Interesting word choice. Just before 2 p.m. learned that the driver had an outstanding warrant. As officers attempted to take the suspect into custody, the driver re-entered his vehicle and one of the officers fired their weapon, striking the driver. Okay, so now I'm a cop and I've got a bunch of cops around me. We all have, like, fucking super shields, right? We have, like, body armor. We've got, like, guns strapped to our fucking ding-dongs, right? We've got, like, everything under the sun to apprehend the suspect. We've got pepper spray. We got all that shit, right? So what do we do when a suspect turns around? Oh, I know. We just kill him. What? What? There's nothing else you could do? You can't, like, grab their arm or something? I mean, and that's, like, let's be honest, right? Like, you're trying to apprehend someone, you don't want to be killed, right? You're a cop, you're looking out for you want to see your family at home tonight, right? This guy could be going in there to get a gun, right? So, like, all right, grab his arm, right? Like, the idea that, oh, it's a traffic stop, let me pull out my gun. It's like, what? Like, I'm so confused at this scenario. Oh, it's a traffic stop, let me get my gun ready. Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's bizarre to me. It's strange. Brooklyn Center is located on the northwest border of Minneapolis. Update, 7:08 a.m. That's a couple hours ago. The Minnesota National Guard was deployed last night after crowds of people gathered to protest. Crowds of people or social justice activists? You're mixing up your wording here. Maybe someone else wrote this part. This is an addition, so maybe... Oh, are they crowds of people or social justice activists? I wonder. Hundreds of people marched to the Brooklyn Center Police Department earlier in the evening. CARE recorded a video of about 100 people gathering at the crash site and trying to damage police vehicles. Oh, no! Yeah, sure, the cops just murdered someone for no reason, but... Oh, the window for my cop car! Oh, we gonna replace the window? Yeah, sure, we killed someone who's dead. They're not, like, in a coma. They're not in the hospital. They're dead now. They're gone. Like, they're not gonna come back. But how do we replace the window? Like, these fucking stupid fucking cuck crybaby losers, man. Like, Jesus Christ. A second group of protesters went to a nearby mall where 20 businesses were broken into. Good. The city's mayor had ordered a curfew through 6 a.m. Monday after being, like, imagine being the mayor. Hey, Mr. Mayor, the cops killed another black man. What do we do? And your response isn't, maybe I guess we should just abolish the fucking police or something. No, your response is, I'm gonna call the National Guard. The social justice activists are on their way right now. I just, like, the mentality here of people that decide, the social justice activists they're triggered because we killed someone for no reason again. I'm mad. Why are the social justice activists so mad? Like, it's my lord. According to police who have not identified the shooting victim, the victim's name is Duante Wright. The vehicle traveled several blocks after the driver was shot before crashing. Life-saving measures were performed at the scene, were unsuccessful, and the man died, a news release stated. So Wright's mother, Katie Wright, told CARE that her son called as he was being pulled over to request insurance information for the vehicle, which she had recently given him. She said when she called back a minute later that his girlfriend, the passenger, answered and told her that Duante Wright had been shot. So imagine, your child calls you, hey, do you know where the insurance paperwork is? I got pulled over on the way home. Is it in the glove box? Like, where is that? And you're like, I gave it to you. It's somewhere. Just look for it. And then you call back a minute later. Yeah, your kid's dead. Thinking about that is just disgusting to me. So we got a video here from their mother, and I want to play that. So
then I heard the police officer come to the window and say, put the phone down and get out of the car. And Duante said, why? And he said, we'll explain to you when you get out of the car. So I heard the phone get either put on the dashboard or dropped. And I heard scuffling, and I heard the police officer say, Duante, don't run. And then the other officer said, put the phone down, and hung it up. And then a minute later, I called, and his girlfriend answered, which was the passenger in the car, and said that he'd been shot. And she put it on the driver's side, and my son was laying there lifeless. And then I said, where are you? And she said, I don't know. And the other officer said, hang up the phone. She hung up the phone.
Now, I want to be very clear here, and the video's over. There have been so many videos of people recording fatal police encounters, and cops always, every single time, why are you recording on your phone? Put the phone down. Why do you got your phone on? What do you do? What are you recording? There's nothing to see here. Yeah, sure, we just shot your boyfriend, but why are you recording us? Why are you on the phone? Like Jesus Christ, you know why they're afraid of phones, right? Because they don't want to be caught in the scene of a crime. And again, even in the case of George Floyd, where Derek Chauvin is literally filmed killing someone, they're still going to pretend like they didn't do it. They will always lie. Like I said earlier, cops are not, lying is not an option for a police officer. It's not like, I guess I could lie here. I mean, I only lie maybe 10% of the time, just sometimes if something. Maybe I lie every once in a while. No, it's not an option in the toolbox. It is, and like I said earlier, a compulsion. It is an obligation. They have to lie. They lie every single step of the process. When you call 911 to report a crime, chances are the person on the other end will lie to you later, right? That's why it's important to record dispatch calls. It's important to record 911 calls. They'll lie about it. You're on a cell phone. Again, Derek Chauvin is on video murdering someone. Now, again, what did they do when they killed George Floyd? They immediately put out a press release saying, we didn't have body cameras. They didn't exist. The guy was high on drugs. He was doing crimes, and he died of an overdose or something. And then they realized, oh shit, wait a second, that video is on the internet. Oh wait, we can't be caught doing lies over and over again. But no one really mentions that the police report that was publicized in the press statement immediately after George Floyd was killed was full of lies. Everyone just forgot about that. Oh yeah, he was overdosing on drugs. There were no body cameras. And then literally the video that's now viral of George Floyd being killed, the guy's wearing a body camera. And I can go on about other examples of cops lying. They lie all the motherfucking time. They literally are born and bred to be liars. They are pathological liars. They are trained In the training process, they are trained to lie. Their friends lie to them on a daily basis. They lie for them on a daily basis. They lie. They never fucking stop lying. So again, that's why they don't want you to have your cell phone. By Sunday night, several hundred people, are they people or social justice activists? Come on, you're changing up the language here. Had gathered near the scene of the shooting with protesters pushing back police tape to confront riot gear clad officers, the Star Tribune reported. As you can see, there's some photographs there. At around 7:15 p.m., police fired non-lethal rounds to disperse the crowd after protesters broke the windshields of 2 patrol cars. Oh no! They broke the windshield. Yeah, sure, we just murdered someone for no reason and are beating the shit out of protesters, causing permanent brain injury, causing like bruising, damage, bone breaking for people that probably don't have health insurance in the middle of a pandemic, but they broke our windshield. The female passenger was transported to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries related to the car crash, the news release said. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, what the fuck is that, is investigating the shooting. And like they come up with these bizarre names. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is and then like you know why they come up with that? You know why that whole group exists, right? It's so that in the news people will go like old, like we're talking about boomers here. They'll read the news, they get their glasses on, they go like, "Oh, well, the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is investigating the shooting. I guess everything is okay." That's why they do that. That's why else would you have a fucking organized, like the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal like what does that mean? It literally doesn't mean anything. Like what the fuck is that? And it could be a good organization. I literally don't know. I'm sorry, but like what is that? That's just like fucking so many shitty words. And the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. I seriously have no idea what that means. Like, they didn't apprehend anybody. They shot and killed someone. Like, what? Who? Are you apprehending the criminal cops? Like, who's being apprehended here? I don't understand. And police officials told CARE that it is believed both dash cameras and officer-issued body cameras were activated during the shooting. So, wait for that to come out. Sunday's shooting comes during the ongoing trial of Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer charged with second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter in the May 2020 killing of George Floyd. Again, I think this motherfucker being charged for unintentional murder is ridiculous. I understand higher burden of proof. I get it, unintentional murder. But you do not put your knee on someone's fucking airways for 8 minutes and think, "Oh, well, I didn't know." Like, if I like, had a gun and then, like, shot up a shopping mall and then say, well, oh, I didn't know. It was unintentional. I didn't know that they would die. Sure, I shot them, sometimes in the face. But I didn't know that they would die. I just wanted to do damage. It was unintentional. But, and then like, no, that would never work. With me, it would never in a million years work because I'm not a cop. So if I go to cop school and become a cop, I wonder if I could become a cop. Like, are you allowed to be a cop while you're trans? Is that possible? I should, like, do a reality TV show where I try to become a cop while being trans and see what happens. Anyway. Like, if you're a cop, yeah, you can just shoot unintentional. I didn't mean it. Sorry. Yeah, sure, I shot him in the face. Didn't mean it. Sorry, it was an accident. Sure, I shot them literally in the brain, but I was just anticipating them surviving. I didn't know that they would die. I just don't under-fucking-stand. I just don't under-fucking-stand how, someone leaning on someone's fucking neck for 8 minutes is unintentional murder. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Right? And this whole situation is a disaster. It's a fucking shit show. And again, like I said before, these cops, if you kill people, if you are someone that goes out there and murders other people, right, I'm sorry, go the fuck to jail. Right? No one's interested in you. You're not, you're a crazy person. You show up at a party and everyone's like, oh, that guy's here. Right? Nobody likes you. You're a pariah. You're a freak. You should be traveling in a circus with freaks jumping through flaming hoops. You're a fucking freak show, dude. You should be in a circus. You should be walking on a tightrope and then underneath is like a pit of spikes. That's what we should do with cops. Personally, I think we should all put them through the freak contest. Go to a local circus, get a giant bed of spikes, have them walk across a tightrope. Why not? Right? If they fall down, they die. Great. Have fun. And if they get to the other side, we'll make them jump through a flaming hoop or something. We'll keep going until they fall and die to their doom. Because that's what I'm sorry. I seriously, I just, don't like cops. Like, maybe I shouldn't be saying this. I don't know. Maybe I'm going a little bit too heavy. But like, I'm just a comedy. I'm a comedian, by the way. Me very explicit for the algorithm. I am a comedian. I'm boisterous. I'm hyperbolic. Right? I'm talking about a circus here. Obviously, I'm not being serious. Right? But again, like, this whole situation, cops going out there killing people, it's ludicrous, it's ridiculous, and of course they're not going to be held accountable. And even if Derek Chauvin is held accountable, what about all the other cops that are murdering people on a daily basis? This happens every single day. Cops are murdering people, right? So mass shooters, white mass shooters can go out there, murder people, and the cops just bring him in. Oh, he's a great guy. Well, let's go grab some Burger King on the way to the station. I'm hungry, right? That's great, right? That's wonderful, right? Someone at a traffic stop, get the gun! Get the gun! We got it! Like, I just don't understand. I just, like, clearly there's like a misunderstanding. Either these are aliens occupying, like if you were to told me that like this is like an Invasion of the Body Snatchers scenario where like all the cops are secretly aliens, like all the politicians are aliens that like took the form of humans to like, you know, corrupt our civilization and make us nuke ourselves or something, I would buy it, because why the fuck are cops allowed to exist? I seriously don't understand how we haven't abolished the fucking police already. Like, what are we doing, bitch? Like, this shit, like, the police started as slave patrols. Like, these police literally have slave patrol bullshit in their fucking logos. They've got neo-Nazi iconography in their logos. Look at the Los Angeles Police Department, man. Like, these motherfuckers are out of control. Like, they're crazy, man. They're out of control. And yet, I mean, I don't know, man. I have nothing else to say. It's a disaster. It's a shit show, and it's disgusting and should not have happened. And again, these police officers need to be held accountable. They need to go to prison for the rest of their lives. Absolutely. And it doesn't end there, folks. I got like another cop-related story. I've been like, I was gonna cover that one yesterday, but like the good vibes yesterday were pretty good. I didn't want to ruin it, but we already have bad vibes today, so. Old people still think cops prevent crime. Old people are dumb as fuck. Like, they're just dumb. If you think cops are good, you are an idiot. I'm sorry. There is no if. There is no and. There is no, oh, well, I was raised in a different time. No. You are a fucking moron. Like, you might as well be fucking, like, you know, doing, like, fucking, I don't know, like, seriously. Like, I can't think of a proper analogy here, but if you think cops were ever actually, like, you know, trying to protect and serve, you're dumb. You're stupid. You're just a stupid person. And you might be thinking, oh, that's a white people thing. I'm white. I've hated cops my whole fucking life. They're garbage. I had like throughout my fucking like childhood, I had cops constantly harass me in my house. They like would pull up to me as I was walking home because, you know, it's a long story, but needless to say, the cops did not like my mother. They did not get along. And so they were constantly harassing my family as a child, and for no reason. And so it's like, what the fuck? I lived in a small town, so it was like one of those situations where if the cop knows you, and I don't know the full story. I mean, maybe the cop had a crush on my mom and she rejected them or something like 10 years ago. I don't know. I was like fucking 8, right? But like I would constantly have like the same cop like harassing my fucking house like as a child, and it's like, what? That's creepy. It's strange, right? Like it's crazy. And so like, you know, from that point on, I've always hated cops. I've had cops sexually harass me. I've had cops like deny that like any wrongdoing happened. And like, you know, I don't want to go into full details here. I don't want to like, you know, give my whole life story, but needless to say, I fucking hate cops. Not a huge fan. Let me just tell you, I'm not a huge fan. I am biased, as they say.